Now welcome back. So now since the same format goes for all the service pages, okay, all we just need to do on each of the sections, what you need to do, just click here. Okay, now go to the setting button at the top here, click as save as templates. Now let's name this one templates. Okay, click on save changes and save the changes again. Okay, now come down here again, click here, not here, the outer column. Okay, click on it, go right here and save as template. Use two template. Okay, now click save changes, save the other changes too. Now come down, since you saved the top one here, it's going to save everything inside the rows here. Okay, now the last one is just this. Okay, save as templates, 3 templates. Okay, save changes and save the changes. Now what you need to do is to update this page, okay, so as to make the final changes to make out effect. So now since we want to do all other service pages for this website, okay, what you need to do, click on add new, because we want to add new. So the next service we are going to add to this website is HR outsourcing. Okay, good. Now let's go to the classic editor by clicking on this WP page builder. Now okay, HR slash outsourcing. Now click on save drafts. Okay, now don't forget all the settings which we did for the previous pages or for the previous page. Let's click on WP Bakery page builder. So now what you need to do, choose this, this no gap between header and content. 1, go to the header settings, choose overlay on all devices. 2, free, choose disable. Okay, now let's have a preview of what we have here. Good. So now once we have this, the next thing we need to do, click on backend editor. Okay, now click here, it's called template. Template. Now my template. Okay, now you can see they are all aligned here. Click on the plus sign, it's right there. Now again, click on the templates, my template. Now you can see 2. Click on 2. See, it has added everything. Now click on template. Third one, click plus sign here. Okay, now you can see. Now for you to be very sure of what you do, let's click on preview. Now all what you are left with is just for you to do, as you can see, just for you to edit, and that's all. Okay, so for this, first we need to start from the top. What we're going to change is to it. Just click, highlight it from the visual and go to text and make your changes. Add sourcing. Now let's fetch the text type here. Okay, let's copy. Okay, and highlight between this and paste. Okay, good. So let's save changes and first let's review what we have here. Now mind you, I told you the images should be in. Now the image beneath this, you also have to change this to click here, edit this row, and go to design option and remove this and add the image I'm going to show you right here. Okay. Click on upload file. Get this image. Okay, so let's wait for it to be uploaded. Good. So once it's done, set image. click on save changes. So let's see what we've done so far to see how far we can with this. Oh, okay. I think it's quite okay, but it's somehow too big. Okay, let's do some setting here. Design option. Now come down here, choose theme defaults. No repeat. No repeats. Bottom center. Save changes. Let's preview. Oh, this is not nice. No repeats. Top center. Okay, let's use that and see. Okay, well, let's I think what we need to do right here is for us to use another image which depicts we want. Oh, no repeat, top center. Okay, guess it's still the same thing. Let's choose cover and let's see what's gonna give to us. Good. Now this is more okay. As you can see, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Now this is contained and this is best. Good. So you can see this is well okay. Now with this, I think we have done the needful there. Now the next thing we just need to do is to edit out all these. I want to do it very fast with that, or just need to just click highlight training of staffs. Now highlight from here, paste, fetch the other ones. So we're done with this. Okay, click on save changes. Let's edit the second one here. Recruitment of staffs. Paste. Let's copy what is here down to the session. Let's highlight the first paragraph, which is from here down here. Paste, and let's copy. Sorry. Then paste. Okay. So I think we are done with this. Save changes. Now let's edit the last one here. Okay. So this is people staff management. Okay. Now the first paragraph ended here. Now the second paragraph started here and ended here. Okay. Okay, so with this we are through with this third paragraph. So before we proceed, the images we're going to make use of are not yet in 600 by 400 as we've done for earlier ones. So change this to 600 by 400. Okay, now look for this image down here. First one we need to do, it's training of staffs. Okay, training of staff, this is this. Good. So now press enter and export, save for web legacy. Good. So now staff training. Yes, Charles. Okay. So let's do for the second one as well. New. 600 by 400. Now let's paste the second one, which is recruitment of staff. Okay, so this is it. Now let's export this file as well. Good. Recruitment. Oh, sorry. Recruitment staff. Yes, Charles, NG, save, and also the third one. The last one is staff management, which is okay, this. Good. So now let's export this as well to staff management. Yes, Charles NG. Good. So now what you just need to do is to fix our image up. Click on this image right here. Delete this. Don't forget, select a file. Staff training. You can see. Open. Now set image. Save changes. First one, second one, it's staff recruitment. Let's close this and upload. Recruitment staff, yes, Charles NG. Open. Set image. Save changes. The third image here, it's let's close this. Upload a new image. Staff management, yes, Charles. Open. Set image. Click on save changes. So let's quickly have a preview of what we've done here so far. Good. This is okay. Training of staff, recruitment of staffs, paper staff management. This is fantastic. So all what we need to do right here is just for us to let's have a preview of how this is. Okay, now what you need to do, the former contact form we have here, it's for the services. Now what you just need to do, go down here and make sure you copy all these. Okay, just highlight everything, copy, and create a new form. Okay, good. So this is gonna be called HR form. Yes, Charles NG. Okay, now click on save. Now after it has saved, what you just need to do is to highlight all and paste here. Okay, now change the numbers. Remember, 420 is the last one we used. Now use 421, and this is 422. Okay, your email is the same thing. Placeholder, let's use 589. Okay, let's use 486. Okay, and for this, let's use 656. Okay, now I'll advise you not to close down this page. Now the next thing, let's edit out this with the values we have here. Training of staff. 1. Sorry, it's from here down here. Training of staff. 2. Recruitment of staff. The third one, people staff management. Okay, so once you're done with this, just click on save changes. Okay, now we're going to go to our edits page. What we need to do is to publish this page. Good. So once you publish, the page itself will refresh and to be able to fetch the new form you just created on the contact from 7 section here. So now once our page is fully loaded and all our sections and rows have shown, next thing, just click on this contact from 7 Pro, edit, click here, you're going to see HR form. Okay, now I think all the formattings are still there. Good. Now let's have a preview of how our site is going to look. Let's start from the mobile, the PC version. Good. 2, 3. Now you can see this is the same thing. Okay, just edit these, change these, and it's going to be okay. Now, so that's all you're going to be doing for all the pages. So I'll meet you at the end of the last other pages we have for this website. Thank you. Yeah, so what we need to do right now is to create a new page called About Us, and let's save as draft. Okay, so now what we just need to do is to do some settings down here. So let me hide all this. Okay, so what we need to do right now is to so choose no sidebar. Okay, now choose no gap between header and content. Header settings, choose okay, let's say overlay on desktop and tablet, and let's say for this choose no title. So let's have a preview of how it's gonna look. Firefox. Okay, this is good. Okay, so what we need to do right now is to add a row. Now what you need to do is to stretch the row. Go to edit. Now stretch row, but don't stretch the content in it. Okay. What next you need to do is to add paddings. Say 200 pixels by 100 pixels. Okay. And there's an image which I want us to add here as well. So background image. Now let's select from this is the image. I'm looking for the other version of this. Okay, this is the image I want us to add to it to be a background image. Okay, so don't forget to choose cover. Okay, so let's save changes and let's have a preview of how our site is going to look like. Okay, good. So it's getting better. So let's add some things here. Type in title and text. Now, gestures, ventures, limited. Let's shorten it to LTD. Now let's press enter. Now let's go and fetch from our documents. Now what we need to add here, it's this. Sorry, we have earlier added these 4 on the home page. So let's copy the second paragraph and let's paste here. Okay, now make sure everything is aligned to the center, and let's make this H2. Okay, so let's save changes and let's have a preview. Okay, let's save draft first, and let's have a preview of how our site looks now. Okay, what we need to do right now is just to use the white color. Okay, it's gonna make everything look beautiful. Okay, but actually I would love to use a lighter version of blue. Yeah. Okay, let's say this is much better. Yeah, it's much better. Okay, so and let's preview on mobile. Okay, as you can see, this is much better as here as well. Okay, so let's proceed and move on. Okay, so right now the next thing you need to do from our wireframe, we have these three stats, but from the document we have just two: this result driven and winning team. So what we need to do next is to add a row, okay, and then show the okay. I'm thinking we should add a padding of, let's say, 50 pixels by 50 pixels. Okay, and let's make sure the column is 2, and we are going to need a service box. Okay, service box, and go to presets, and we're going to choose the 9th. So let's choose this. Yes, yeah, style 9. So now let's do some editing on this. First, the value we have here is result driven. And let's copy the text we have beneath there. Okay, now go straight to the text and paste. Okay, so let's change the icon, hexagon icon, but let's change the let's say thumbs. Okay, let's choose this. Okay, separator, yeah, let's use a separator. Let's use a line, and let's make sure, okay, let's leave the line at the default setting. Now let's have a preview before we duplicate. Good, so this is quite okay, this is lovely. Now what we need to do next is to duplicate this and drag here. Now let's edit. Now the next value we have here is winning team. Okay, now let's copy all these and highlight all what we have here, and let's paste here. Okay, so save changes and let's have a preview. Good, so this is okay. Let's change the icon font at the top. Okay, so scroll down, choose the icon. What's the word? Winning. Okay, let's say work. Okay, so actually let's search through the icons we have here. Let's see if there's anything that shows positiveness. Okay. Okay, let's use this. Okay. Good. So now let's preview and see how this is gonna be. Now this is amazing. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is the section where we have counters. Okay. So it's not quite hard. All what we need to do is just to add a row. Okay, edit the row and stretch the row. Okay, and add 100 pixels to the top and 100 pixels beneath. Okay, now let's choose a background color. Let's choose this. Save changes. Now break this into 4. Okay, so let's add type in counter. Okay, so let's check through the person. No, this is okay. Yeah, we got this. Now let's say 4 things which you want to do. Let's say 25 clientele, 25 plus clientele. Okay. Good. So let's save changes. Let's have a preview. Okay. As you can see, this works. Okay, but I want the clientele to go down. Okay. Okay, the suffix. Okay. Okay, so what you need to do is first, if you are to choose inline left, that means it's going to show like this. But what we need to do is let's say block center. Okay, now let's make the duration 2 and make the delay 0. Okay, but let's add some formatting to the suffix. Okay, now scroll down to the suffix and make the font size 18 pixels. Okay, now the suffix, let's make sure the color is white. Okay, so sorry, it's not black, it's white. Okay, and let's click on this advanced mode. Now the letter spacing should be 2 pixels. Okay, let's see what you've done. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's see what we've done. Okay, now as you can see, this is more okay and good, but I guess we can increase the font size for this. Let's see if we can increase the font size for our number. Okay, number, yeah, so let's say 30 pixels. Color, let's say white, but actually I want a distinction between the color and also the suffix. Let's see, let's change the suffix to maybe E7, suffix, yes. Let's say E7, 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 E7. It's almost white, but not exact white. Okay, so oh, this is, the font is quite too small. Okay, so number, let's say 50 pixels. If that will be too much, yeah, I just want us to get it right. Good, I think it's still on the way. Let's add 10 more pixels because I want it very bold. Okay, let's say 60 pixels. Okay, good. So this is okay. So all what we need to do right now is to duplicate. Also let's say okay, let's increase the duration for this. Let's say the duration for this, let's say 3. Okay, save changes. Let's preview once more. Good. As you can see, this will finish before the second one, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now let's try to duplicate to the other two columns. Sorry. Okay, so let's have a preview of how it's gonna look finally. Good. As you can see, this is quite okay and nice. Now what we need to do is to edit the values we have in this. Let's say 5 cities. Let's remove this 5 cities. %, satisfaction. But before we proceed, ensure to make this 4 seconds and make the 51 5 seconds. Okay, so this will be okay, let's say 46 460 delivered parcels. Okay, so let's preview. Okay, as you can see, we have 25 clientele, 5 cities, 100% satisfaction, 460 delivered. But I want us to do something else. I want to put a line in between all these 4 boxes. But let's you have to click on the second, not the first. Now let's say type free line. Okay, so on the line, choose left. Okay, line styling, the width will be 150 pixels, the height will be 2 pixels. Okay, now go down to the top, -60 pixels, left, choose -65 pixels, rotate 120 DEG, that shows degree. Okay, so let's see if there's any other thing we need to do. Okay, let's choose the color. I want the color to be, let's say, white, but a little bit darker, or a little bit lighter to white. Let's have a preview and see. Good. As you can see, this is quite okay and more stylish than we it used to be. But let's check on our mobile. Now let's see. Now as you can see, this is quite not okay. So I guess what we need to do right here, and also you can see all these are too close to each other. So I guess we can make a recommendation for adding a little bit of padding to the bottom of each clientele, the word city, satisfaction. Okay, let's first let's solve this. Okay, this line was not show on mobile, so let's click on this line and let's go to advanced and go to this third option, hide on mobile. Okay, click on save changes. So let's have a preview and check our website on mobile. Okay, inspect elements. Now choose this to toggle the screen sizes. Now as you can see, they are something has disappeared. Okay, so that's nice and amazing. So what all things we need to do right now is to duplicate this line to 3 places. Second, put it beneath, duplicate this and drop it here. Now let's see how this is gonna look like. Okay, so let's preview this and see how this is gonna look like. Good. So now you can see this is amazing. This is quite okay and I'm very pleased with this. So now let's preview and see if this function works on mobile too. Wow, this is amazing. But the last thing I told you about that I want you to do is to put a spacing between this column and the second column, the third and the first, because they cascaded on itself while on mobile preview. Okay, so guys, here had a gap. Okay, but ensure this it's on mobile alone. Okay, save changes. Now let's preview and see. Okay, now let's inspect element, toggle this. Now you can see this is amazing. Okay, so what we need to do right now is to duplicate this, put here, since this is not going to display on the mobile. Okay, so middle and the middle layer as well. So now let's have a preview, final preview here, and good. So let's check this on mobile. This is amazing. This is very amazing. Okay, so with this we are okay with this section. So now let's check through. Well, before we do that, let's try to save drafts. Okay, and let's check through. Now the next thing we need to do is the testimonial. Okay, testimonial. So I would like to do the 3-column testimonial. Okay, I don't want to use the slider. I want to use the 3-column testimonial style. Okay, so it's quite easy. All what we need to do first, before we proceed to this, let's add a gap. Okay, let's say 50 pixels, or let's say 50 pixels. Okay, let's make this 20 pixels. Okay, and now let's add a row, and okay. Now first we need to do 3-column, since we want to add 3-column testimonial. So now click here first and type testimonial. This theme and plugin has been packed with a lot of premium thieves functions and all that. So now the next thing you need to do is to choose the third option. Okay, and these are spaces where you can edit the values in it. Now let's add our image. Now a sample image which I would like to use here, it's this icon lady that we used earlier. Okay, so like you can change the name to anything we want. Solar Oyedepo, CEO, Indiana Markets, Lagos State. Okay, now okay, we can leave this, and we can also do some settings as we want it. Now let's see how this is gonna look. Good. So as you can see, this is well, actually I would love to have something else. Let's say let's remove this. So let's say yeah. Good. The reason why this didn't align with this because the lines are somehow too large. But actually, I want to do something different to this. Okay, so okay, the container, or let me say the content itself. That means the inner background to these. I want to add a lighter version of these. Okay, let's say this color. And also okay, now the text can still be let's say okay, the name, I think I'm not okay with the name color. Let me choose these, and let's see, let's preview. Good, but actually I want to do something else. Now click on the column setting. Okay, I guess I want to add a color, a deeper color. Let's set this a little bit lightened. Okay, so let's save changes. Good. So I actually want to do something like this. This is more, to me, this is actually more fine and sexy, but actually I want to make this middle to be aligned to the center. Align center. So what I want to do right now is to put the double inverted comma and make the double inverted comma big. So instead of using 16, I'll make use of, let's say, 22. First one also 22. Okay, and I would like to italicize this by clicking on this. Okay, and if possible, let's see how this is gonna look like. Wow. Okay, this looks amazing. This shows that it is a said word, by someone. Okay, so what else? Actually, let's try to see if we can get a white color. Okay, let's go down. Image name, subname. Okay, let's edit text from here. Make the color white. Let's see if this is gonna be okay or not. We can drop that. Okay. Actually, it looks faded. So let's roll back. Good. So let's preview. This is okay. Okay. This is quite okay. I'm okay with it. So the next we need to do is to duplicate these. Okay. Now paste here. And also duplicate this and paste here. Okay, so now as you can see, the first one had this, the second one. So what I want to do is that I want to have this background to the third. Okay, I want to add this background, the settings I did for the first one, I want to add it to the third but not to the second. Okay, so let's let's try to copy the color we used here. Design background, copy. Okay, and do the same thing to this place. Okay, so let's preview and see. Good. So you can see this looks unique. So you can change the icons, you can change the name, change the company, and so on and so forth as you want it. Okay, so the next thing here is for us to do the last section we have here, which is to put this, to put our address here, and also for us to drop us a line. Okay, so first, before we proceed, let's save drafts. Okay, so as you can see, let's preview this on mobile for us to have a view of how this looks on the mobile. This is quite amazing. Wow, so much lovely. I love this. This is amazing. Okay, so on the mobile, this looks okay and fine. I'm okay with this. So and also, if you like to put a heading, maybe like testimonial or something, but actually most people know what all this is all about. So for me, I don't think there should be a need for you adding or adding this or that. It's okay. Okay, so the next thing we need to do to add the last section of this page is for us to have a row. Okay, so let's have a row. Let's make sure it is 2 columns. But before that, let's do some settings here. Okay, we're actually going to come back to this. So let's okay, now let's title and text. Okay, actually let's reuse custom heading. heading. Oh, sorry, heading. We are social. Okay, so now let's choose beta. Save changes and add a gap. Add a gap, let's say 20 pixels, 10 pixels, 10 pixels. Okay, so what we need to add next is to add icon. Okay, icon. Okay, let's say icon or social icon. Now let's go to the presets and let's choose let's choose actually okay, so now let's preview what we have now. Okay, so this it's okay, but need to do some editing right down here. Okay, let's choose left, not center. Okay, tooltip, let's say right. Okay, 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 save changes and let's preview. Good, so but actually it's quite closer to all this. So I think what we need to do is oh sorry, the gap, let's duplicate this gap and move the gap down here. Okay, so let's have a preview again. Good, so I think we are much okay like this. So you can see once they highlight on this, it shows Facebook. So okay, let's say inline title. Okay, actually I'm not sure how this is going to display, but it should I'm not that much okay with this. Let's remove this and let's add it to the tooltip. Okay, yeah, so we're actually going to add the title here, but we're going to make it a tooltip. Okay, okay, let's remove this and okay, okay, this is okay. Let's preview now and see. Yes, challenge. So this is okay. Good. So now let's duplicate this and this and this. Okay. So let's preview how this will look now. Good. But actually there should be some little bit of gap in between. Okay. So this icon, I want this to display, I want this to be, let's say Twitter. Okay, so that is chosen you. Okay, I want the third one to be Instagram. I want the first one to be let's say Pinterest. Okay. so actually, why not let's thinking of something. Okay, this let's try to preview on mobile. This looks okay, but I'm thinking if we can put each one of them in a row. Okay, let's say let's duplicate these and duplicate these. Okay, good. I think this is much more better than this. So let's delete the last three, and let's have a preview of how this is gonna look. But the two TPs will have to display beneath the icon. Okay, so let's say two tips should display down. Okay, so as you can see, so this is much better now. Okay, now this is Facebook. Let's make this Twitter. Sorry, the third one, it's Instagram. Okay, so what else? Where else? Let's preview and see. Okay, so this is quite okay, and it's nice. So next thing you want to do is to add let's add a button, duplicate this gap and drop it down, but increase the height. Let's say 50 pixels here. Mobile, let's say 30. Okay, so now let's add button. Let's check the preset. Add a button and say drop us a line. Okay, good. So this is amazing. So I think we can still increase the height of this. Let's increase the height of the gap. This is 70 because I want the same height of these to correlate with the other section we're gonna have here. Okay, so actually I want to do something. Position. Actually, okay. Let's proceed now here. Now on our home page, let's remember we have something here. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so let's have. Head office. Okay, so our physical address. Let's duplicate. Okay, let's say still in text. Head office. Let's check through our document. We're going to see the content of this beneath. Okay, so this. Next thing we're going to add here is the email. Italicize this. Let's add these other ones here. Okay. So now let's click on Save Changes and let's review how this is gonna look. Okay. Now this looks too close to each other. So let's click on Save Changes and let's review this. Okay, so this is quite amazing. So yeah. So now from this, you can say this is okay. And well, I think with this we are good to go. Actually, I think for us to utilize these pages, I'm thinking of making this three colon, changing what we earlier have in this design. But let's see if it's gonna be okay or not okay. Oh, this is still okay. So I just want us to have a button here that says get direction. Okay, so let's click here and we're gonna add some gap to this. Let's say 100 pixels. Okay, let's say 50 pixels, and let's leave out the more white out. Okay, now a button. Okay, get direction. Okay, and let's check the presets. The kind of button we're trying to add. Actually, I want something different from I want something more vibrant. Let me say more visible compared to the ones we've been using before. Okay. We have several options here, but I guess can go with let's say this. Okay. So let's say get direction, position center. Okay. Now the icon. Okay, I think this icon's still okay. Now let's review how this looks. Good. This is amazing. This is actually how I picture the page to be. So now for this to actually work, the initial page I showed you, Google Map, that I told you you're going to type Google Map and you click here and you type the address of the company. Yes, Charles. That is if it has been added on Google Map. Okay, it's right here. Now you click since it's this, what you need to do, click here and share or embed map. Now the first one is send a link. Okay, now this is what you are in need of. Okay, if you want to embed the whole frame of how this website looks, that is when you can go to embed a map. Okay, but when you want to make it an hyperlink, that means something that you can click. What you need to do is to do copy link and go to your page and do this. Now on the link URL, just paste the link, okay, and click on set link. Okay, so let's have a preview. Nothing is going to change, but I just want to show you when you click on the button what it does. Okay, now let's click on the button here and let's see what's going to display. You can see it's going to display yes Charles. I'm very sure. And also, if you want to send to your phone from your desktop, you can do this. That means the phone is going to track where you are right now, and it's going to create a direction and a driving path. That means if you want to go through a train, if you want to go through by land, if you want to go through air, it's going to give you all the routes you want. Okay, you can also try this on your mobile phone. Actually, this button is actually meant for mobile users. Okay, that you want to get an easy direction from where you are to where the company is located. That means you want to get to their company, on land. Okay, so it's quite better when you have this get direction, and also it's also quite okay for local SEOs, meaning you're going to have access to companies around you. And when you have this, it's quite easy compared to when you have to type the address of where the company is and start searching. And also in cases where you have names which are common between companies, let's say you are going to different Charles errands and logistics company addresses, and it happens that you have like 4 of the addresses over here, okay, on the page. And the best thing you can do, or let's say the best way to solve this and to direct your customers down to your office, is to ensure you put this button here that is going to send them a direct map of where you are going, so that you won't go to the wrong office. Okay, so with this we are through with the about us page. So the last page we're going to be doing, it's the contact us page, and also the tracking page as well. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. So the next thing we want to do right here is for us to do the contact us page. Okay, so and the one we previously built is this, just to refresh your memory. We have all this now on the contact us page. This is what we have here. Okay, so let's proceed. Now next thing we need to do, next thing we need to do is just to go here and click on add new. Okay, add new. Now the page we're going to add now, it's let's say get in touch. I just want something different from how the normal conventional contact us page used to look. So save draft as usual, and the next thing which we need to do is let's dive in straight to the design. Okay, so first we need to add a row. Okay, just as I told you earlier, all what you need to do first, you need to stretch the row. Don't stretch the content, just stretch the row. So let's say 200 pixel by 100 pixel. Okay, the background image. Now let's upload the file for background image. Okay, this. So we're gonna wait for it to be uploaded. So once uploaded, we can commence with the design. Okay, so set image. Okay. Okay, so let's click on save changes. Now let's have a preview. Good. Okay, actually we haven't done our other settings. Now remove this, put the slow gap between header and content. Go to header settings, choose okay, just overlay on desktop and tablet alone, and remove the title styling. Okay, we forgot something right here. We need to ensure this is a cover. Okay, let's preview once more. Okay, now this is okay, this is how it's gonna display. Actually, this is too let's say this is too dark, so I think the best thing we can do right here is to edit our photo. Okay, so now we have added an overlay color, so let's re-upload our background image here. Go to design options, remove this, and upload the file. So this is the file. Okay, so set image and save changes, and let's have a preview of how this is gonna look like. Good, you can see it makes all our elements here to be viewable, and the colors we have in it are not disrupted. Okay, so the next thing which we're going to do on this is to add a title and a text. Okay, what we're going to add here is get in touch, and okay, let's fetch from the document. Okay, just let's just give it this because it's a nice statement. Okay, let's go to the text area and let's paste this. Okay, so now make sure everything is aligned, center, likewise the center. Now let's make this H2. Okay, good. So let's preview this. Let's see how this is gonna display. Okay, good. So I think what we need to do right here is to change this heading to the blue and make this white. Oh, actually white might not look okay, but let's see. Okay, and this, let's say lighter blue. Oh, this is not okay. I think black should be okay. Black should be okay for this. Okay, now this is much okay compared to. So let's preview on mobile and have a glance of how this is gonna look like. Okay, so this is much okay. Now, and if you have any other image that you want to use, you can please go ahead and do that. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to add a nice section here, which is adding email, phone, and address here. So what we need to do right here is to add row. Okay, you don't need to stretch the row, but make the column to be 3. And edit the row and make sure that you have a padding, let's say 50 pixels to the top, 50 pixels beneath. Okay, save changes. And what we want to do here is we want to add let's say icon and let's say icon. Okay, that's a service box. Okay, let's make use of a service box. So we can let's go to preset and let's see. Okay, I just want okay, I want something simple and straightforward. Actually, everything looks okay here. Let's just choose one here, but actually I want the box to stay by the left hand side. And okay, let's say something like this. I'll choose okay. Now, okay, this is style 10. Okay, So what we need to do right here first to go to the icon. Oh, sorry. Let's change the icon we have here. Okay, change this from icon to, let's say, from number to icon. Okay, so let's change this. The first one is gonna be phone. Okay, so sorry, looking for. Okay, let's say we choose this. Okay, and let's say colors, and let's make this blush. Let's say let's copy from here. Let's copy from here. Okay, so let's paste things here. Now let's preview what we have here. Good, this is quite okay and it looks amazing. Okay, let's add a little bit of effect to this. So let's see, let's choose quick pop. Okay, over effect, let's say quick pop. So let's preview and see what we have here. Okay, so when you over on this, it shakes. You can see. Good. So the second thing, let's just duplicate this box here and duplicate this right here. Okay. So the next thing we're going to be doing is email address. Okay, let's say email us. Okay, now this is going to be info@yescharles.ng.com. Save changes. Now the next one is going to be address. Locators. Visitors, sorry. Now let's quickly fetch the address from our document here. Let's say okay, this. Okay, so now don't forget that we need to change the icon of this to location. Okay, good. Location, save changes. Let's click this, edit this. Okay, so what we have here now, it's now let's have a preview of what we have now. Okay, email us and this is quite okay. Okay, let's change the icon for the second service box. So the icon is going to change to let's say envelope. Okay, so save changes. Good. So this looks okay. Let's preview on the mobile. Let's toggle these, and as you can see, this is amazing. This looks fantastic. Now the next thing we're going to do right now is for us to go to the next section, which is add get direction button, which I would like us to do using a row. Okay, add a row. Okay, so I'm gonna add a button, and let's choose a preset of this, and let's choose the one we used earlier before. Okay, so let's edit center. Okay, gets direction. Okay, good. So now let's have a preview of how it's gonna look like. Good. This is quite okay. Okay, so let's have a preview of how this is gonna look on the mobile. Good. Get direction. This is okay as well. So let's save draft. Get in touch. This is done. So the next thing we're going to do is to add a map and also a contact form. Okay. So without wasting much of our time here. Okay. We need to add a row and ensure it is padded 50 pixels by 50 pixels, and don't stretch it. So now let's 2 columns. Now this, you already know how we normally do this. Watch this. Go to Google Map on your browser. Now click here and search for the company. Yes, Charles. Okay, so once you search for this on Yes, Charles, I told you what you need to do is to click on the menu here and go to share or embed map. Okay, go to embed map here and copy HTML. Okay, so what you need to do here is to just type map by adding this and choose a map block. Now delete all this and paste yours here. Okay, so now let's have a preview of how this works. Okay, now this is okay. Good. So the next thing which we need to do is to add a contact form, and to do that, let's quickly go to just over on this and click on contact forms. So we're going to create a contact form for this. Okay, so now let's create a new contact form. Okay, so contact form, let's say contact form page. Okay, and now let's click on save. Now the only input we are going to be asking from our viewers is name, email, phone number, location, inquiry type, complaints, and the submit button. Okay, so first we need to delete this, okay, and also remove the label. Okay, so what you first need to do is to enter this. Okay, or as a required field, let's make it required field. Your name. Display this as a placeholder. Insert tag. The following one is the email. Click on email. It's a required field as well. Your email. Use this as a placeholder. Insert tag. Third one is location. It should be a text. Okay, make sure it is 852. Your location. Insert tag. Now the next one should be a drop-down menu, because we are trying to ask them the inquiry, the type of complaint they have. Okay, so it should be a drop-down. It's a required field as well. So this first, it might be just general inquiries. Sorry. Good. Press enter. Complaints. Delivery. Shipping. Contributions. Orders. Okay. So insert tag. Okay, now the next is going to be a text area where they can give us more. Okay, actually I want us to use this. Let's delete this and place this. Okay, now in front of this, now double inverted comma, your email. Okay, now the next one is going to be a text area. Use this as a placeholder. Good. Insert tag. Okay, now good. form element. Okay, save. Now once you save this, okay, now let's go back to our page and let's save draft once more before we can input the forms. Okay, so now let's go here and click type in contact from, choose the contact from 7 Pro, okay, and select the form, which is contact form page. Okay, so let's first save changes and see how it's gonna look like. Good. So as you can see, this looks okay. This looks fantastic. Okay, so we can as well decide to leave this and so Thomas, gmail.com, location, or decide to choose any of the shipping. But actually, I would like to edit some things inside the forms, which I'm not okay with because of this font, which kept on showing. I don't like this font. So let's go to input and choose, let's say 13 pixels. Let's choose color. Let's set these and okay, now I think we're okay with this. Okay, let's also give the border solid 1 pixel. Now let's choose the color to be this. Okay, so let's save changes and let's have a preview with the large time. Okay, good. This is, can you see this is quite, oh, I guess this is Mozilla. Okay, so all these are possible, but if checked on Google Chrome, this might not be a problem. But actually, everything seems okay and fantastic. So for this, we have come to the end of the page creation, apart from the tracking pages, which we're going to be creating very soon. Okay, so before we go, let's publish this page and make this page design a wrap. Okay, so before we go, let's preview this on mobile and see how this looks on mobile. Good. Get direction, the map, and the font. Okay, so this is okay. Now let's refresh this. Okay, as you can see, this looks fantastic. It's very amazing. So okay, and what we are most concerned with first is for us to fix the menu. Okay, what you need to do, go to appearance, over on the appearance if you're on desktop, and if you're on your tablet or your smartphone, click on appearance. It's going to display it beneath this appearance section here. Now you can click on menu. Okay, so first, since we created just sample custom link, what we have to do right now is to delete. Let me say remove. Let me use the word remove. Okay, so let's remove the ones which are custom link, and the custom link doesn't lead us to anywhere. Okay, so let's remove all this. Now what we need to do, highlight view all, and highlight everything. Select all. Okay, sorry. Select all. Okay, and click on add to menu. Okay, so once you do this, now we need to do some little adjustments. First, we need to put all these services that we can see here under the word services. Okay, actually I would have loved to design this a service page, but I don't want to waste too much of the time on this design. Normally the way our website are structured, after you the way the navigation menu is structured, after just let's take this for an example. After home, you will see other services, and you will see maybe pricing or something at the end, and so on and so forth. You can check other website too. Okay, you see homepage comes first, about us follows, the services you offer, other things that you offer that is unique to your site, and let me say contact us. Now also, this having a blog also is quite essential for your site to rank. Okay, because you can write an article about a particular service you offer, and at the end you can encapsulate everything to let them know that you do kind of that services, because the keywords you might optimize for this homepage might not be, the frequency might not be that much, but when you have blogs which contains the same keywords, it increases the frequency of the keyword you use. Okay, so that's why blogs are mostly advised nowadays to use. Okay, and mind you, there are different ethics at which you can blog, but you can, I'm going to release a video on that very soon. You can watch the video. So what we need to do is to drag all these, just drag. Okay, drag. Mind you, we have this, let's say, put this to the front. All we're just trying to do is just drag and drop. Okay, it's nothing special. Okay, security service, good. Get in touch, and we have another page called blog, I think. Okay, for now, let's remove the blog, but click on save changes and make sure you clicked on primary and mobile. Okay, so once that is done, one other thing I want us to do over here, and click on, hold down your control key and click on page. I want us to create the blog page and fix it so that whenever we post any blog on this platform, it's going to align itself on that same page. Okay, so let's say blog. Okay, let's click on save changes. Save draft. Okay, I haven't done this. The next thing we need to do is okay, let's leave this. Okay, let's I'm reading. So publish, sorry. So once that is done, let's refresh this. Good. So this, you're gonna have a blog here. Okay. Now let's click on save changes. So now let's refresh the menu. Now let's add blog page. Okay. Good. You can see at the front of this it says post page. Okay. It's because of how we fixed it up at the back end. Okay. So I think we are okay. Let's put this before getting church. Okay. Save menu. Okay. Okay, let's have a preview of how our site looks. Okay, so as you can see, you can have all this. So I also like us to do some formattings to this color. Okay, because there's more that can be done to this color. And also, what I want us to do also is to format the. Let me say, do some extra formatting to the mobile menu. Okay, I might not be okay with this actually, but okay, yeah. So the next thing we need to do to fix the menu colors, all this you see there, and also for mobile menu and so on and so forth. All we need to do, right now is for us to click on customize. Let's go to the back end. Let's click on customize, okay, or let's click on theme options. I think we have it here as well. Now that we have this right now, so what we are, once you click on the mobile header, go straight to where you have this, click on this, and click on menu, and try to choose drop down. Okay, so wow, I guess we all saw it the other time. Okay, now let's go into this and let's have a look. Now first you need to understand some certain things. There are different between paddings, there are different between margins. Okay, it's just like having containers inside a container. Okay, so all we just need to do is to understand the basic things. Now with much emphasis being laid on getting this corrected, you can see this is actually displaying and it cover from view. I think the best thing we can do right now is to move this box, this container that displays when you click on this menu button. Okay, this hamburger. Okay, what you need to do right now as we speak is to understand that in this, for those who know much about HTML, CSS, that's something called div tags. Okay, containers. Okay, now the old space, this old white space we have at the header here, it's a container. Now there's also a simple container inside that contains the logo and the mobile menu button. Okay, so you need to understand that first. This to the left hand side here where my cursor is right now, this is the one that controls the white space we have here. For you to know that this is what controls it, you can change you can see as you alter the images, as you alter the colors, you can see it takes effect of the whole screen. Okay, so having this known this, that means our correction will not come from here. Okay, so what we need to do is just to leave this side, the row inner as well. This only controls, you can see the section where this only controls, you can see this controls left, center and right. That means the way this theme is programmed, it's the header, your mobile header is programmed in such a way that when it cascades to your phone screen, there are only 3 places you can hide elements, which is known here. You can see add left, add center and add right. Okay, so this row inner is the one that controls the formatting for anything you want to do. Okay, for anything you want to do inside, you can even say when you increase the margin, okay, when you add margin, when you add margin, let's say 40 pixels, as you can see it's shifted. So almost everything you need here. But what we want to do right now is all we want to do is to make this white space that display below to this, to move to a viewable area, to a viewable center. Okay, now since this pertains to menu, now that means our correction is not coming from styling, but it's coming from menu styling. Okay, now the container for the menu, that means the old white box you can see here. Okay, the old white box you can see here is the container. Now in it we have the menu, and also in the menu we have drop down, just like how these services sub menu are dropping down, as you can see right here. Okay, now, and you can also choose shape, okay, as you want it. But we're not going to, let's first solve this first. Let's go to containers. Now for us to know if we're on the right way, see, when you change the background, you can see that shows that this is where we need to come. Okay, I get it now. So what we need to do right now. Now when you say padding, it is called inner gap. Okay, white margin is called outer gap. Now meaning that the inner construction of this is quite okay, but the whole container needs to be shifted, and it's only the margin that can do that. Okay, mind you, it has shifted to the right hand side, which is not viewable to us, it's covered from view. What you need to do is to ensure we move it out. And how can we move it out? It's by adding something that can push it from the right hand side, and this is the arrow that depicts right. Okay, now let's start with 10 pixels. Okay, now we can see a significant control. Let's say 50 pixels. Okay, let's say 100 pixels. Oh, sorry, as you can see there are some changes here, but the first thing you need to do, is to ensure that your off canvas is off. Okay, let's say drop down. Okay, and let's click on publish. Okay, good. Once that's published, what you need to do is to come down to where we were before, and okay, now click on advanced mode. Now let's make the width 600 pixels. See, but we need to shift it out. Okay, now let's say, now mind you, this okay, now minus, let's try minus 100 pixels. Sorry. That means that we need to shift it from this side. Okay, that means calling it back. We're going to use a minus let's try minus 250. just 250 pixels. Wow, I think this filled our screen. But actually, it's covering some part of the logo. Let's add, let's say 30 pixels to the top. Let's add some values and say, wow, this is fantastic. And also, okay, let's leave the width at 600. But actually, for screens with wider, or let me say, for screen with lower height and wider width, let's make this 100 pixels, 1000 pixels, sorry, 1000 pixels, okay? And let's leave the height as this so that the height can automatically increase on its own, okay? Now, once you do that, I think we're done here. Good. Click on close now. Okay, so I don't like this blue thing showing underneath. Now let's go to menu. Okay, went over. Okay, let's go to shape. Okay, let's see none. Okay, as you can see, that is gone. So the next thing we need to do right now, I think the fonts. If there's anything we want to do to the font, I think we can do better. Okay, now the font, let's say 13 pixels. Okay, as you can see, it's changing, but let's try 16 pixels. Okay, actually I left something bold, and but let's try to see if we can make everything eye caps, uppercase, which is okay, right? Okay, what else? Let's see if we can. Okay, this is almost also bright, but since it's eye caps, let's make it 14. Okay, good. So with this looks quite okay. What else we need to do here? Okay, okay, now let's try to see when over on. Okay, let's add some changes to it. So let's just like when over on, this should change to black. Okay, oh sorry, let everything is here, so you can see. Okay, this is nice. Now you can see when over on, it changes to black, which is quite okay. So we can say for you to know that you are hovering on something or clicking, let's say the font size increases to 13 pixels when over. Okay, as you can see, it makes it look more professional. Okay, and as we all know that the font family for the font family, this is quite okay. Now let's close this. The next thing we need to do for the drop down, you can see we have a drop down here, okay, and the function we have here takes care of drop down. Okay, good. So let's see drop down. Let's see block. Okay, this is where you can add some effect to it. Okay, let's say move down. Okay, so you can choose any formatting you want. Let's say zoom out. Short, you can do anything you want to do, but I don't want to add any effect. I just want it as simple as it might look. Drop down. So for the drop down, let's say, as you can see, this is meant for the drop down menus. Okay, so what we need to do right here, whenever we have this takes care of any of the menu that has drop down. So all we want to do right here is to reduce the font of the drop down. So for us to be able to do that, let's click on advanced mode, and let's say this 12 pixels. You can see it's quite too small. Let's say 13. You can see this is quite okay, and let's say actually we can leave the font's color as this. When over on it, you change to this. Okay, so this is quite okay, and what else we need to do here? That's all. So the next thing to do is to publish the page. Okay, I haven't done this. The next thing we want us to do, it's for us to look at the sticky option. Okay, now let's say for us to have a sticky header. Okay, now we already have a function here that takes care of that. Let's say sticky. Let's see those functions, this component that will be sticky on this, because actually sticky header are quite okay. It increases users engagement. Okay, as you can see, before we choose this That means that when you are scrolling down the page, the sticky header doesn't just stay there. Okay, it disappears. But when you are trying to, because actually the goal of having sticky header is to ensure that you don't have to scroll to the top of the page to click on the menu, since it's under user experience configuration, that you don't have to stress your people, or let me say your visitor to your website. Okay, all you need to do is to ensure that they don't waste much of your time to visit your site. So the best you can do is to choose Smart Sticky. Okay, but Smart Sticky on this theme, I'm not saying this goes for all the themes you have. Okay, on this theme, what we have here, it's quite different. Okay, you can see when you scroll, when you continue scrolling down, the header doesn't show. But when you are trying to go up a little, it will assume that you might want to go to another section of the page found in the navigation menu. Okay, so this is just quite okay. I think this Smart Sticky works fine for me, which I'm much okay with it. Okay, so actually, Smart Sticky, I'm thinking if there's anything we need to add or do anything from here. I think this is quite okay. Publish better. Before we move out of this, I would like us to look at something. If we are not having issues on the PC version, okay, let's click on this button and let's see. Okay, so the sticky header doesn't work for this since we choose the mobile headers, but there's a function that takes care of that for the PC version of the website, which is sticky header. Here you can see by the time you exit the mobile header, you see at the top of the mobile header sticky header. So here you need to choose. It depends on what you want them to keep on seeing. Okay, now so you can see header top bar, which is this, where you have the info chars, the phone number, email address, plus header. Okay, and also you can also create the custom sticky header you want to use. Okay, but if you say all header sticky on the website, it's quite okay. Now let's choose it and let's see. So when you say this, you can see that means all the things that is on the top of the page will be sticky, which for me, I'm only okay with sticky header. Okay, so and the Smart Sticky button, it's already activated. You can see when you're trying to scroll, you can see you can have something like this. But for people, it's for you to have a good and a well organized page as well. You can do some extra formatting to these pages, meaning that you can as well choose not to use this white. You can decide to use a transparent background. You can see the container that it's seen in the Smart Sticky header can be controlled as well. So what you just need to do is to click on this and reduce the opacity. Okay, the opacity can also be reduced. You can see it creates a distinction between the home page or between the nav menu that you can see on your normal home page and when you are scrolling. Okay, you can see when it's here, you can see this is nice things that you can check. Okay, this is very nice. It shows professionalism. Okay, good. So I guess since this sticky is what we have, I think any other thing you want to do, if you want to add anything to it, a row inner, you can do that as well. Okay, so let's publish this and let's also have a look at our mobile header to see if we okay, you can see this is okay. This works for this as well. Okay, which is very nice and very okay. For me, this is quite okay, fantastic. Okay, so with this we have covered this aspect of the header section. Okay. Okay. Then the next thing we need to do it's for us to let's click on this and let's go back to our normal home page. Actually, I talked about the spacing, the background things you can see on this home page area. Okay, let's see how we can do that. Let's click on team options again, or you click on your customize button. active. We need to force it to active share or something. Get okay, let's see. It's a none. Okay, but okay. We have the fading there before. Okay, usually I'm thinking if we can have something different to this, but it's okay. This for now. Let's leave this for now. Let's say we want to change the curve edges. You can see we want to have something like this. So it depends on the kind of styling you want. So we can leave this as this, okay. Okay. The shape which we have here, we can change the background. You can see we can change the background for this. Actually, we can maintain this that is there where we can reduce the opacity, but to make the color look faded. Okay, so we might as well just leave this and proceed. Okay, I think we have done justice to the spacing and to the padding and mobile section. Thank you. Okay, before we go straight to the slider revolution, which I want us to add more slides to this, I guess we need to link up so many things. Okay, we need to link up so many things on this website. Okay, like when scrolling down, you see drop us a line, which is supposed to link to contact us. All these services supposed to link to their individual pages. Likewise, these, even though we haven't, created a page for this, and also drop us a line here should link to a specific page. Okay? And likewise, which I'm not sure of, if we click on About Us, I'm not sure if this links out. Let's refresh. So I guess this page hasn't been refreshed. Okay, so if we click on About Us, okay, there are some links on it too, which we need to link out, like drop us a line. Okay, so you can see almost on every pages we have something to link to one thing or the other, and so on and so forth. So let's check the Get in Touch page as well to see if there's anything we need to link here. So now I think what we are concerned with right now, let's check just one of the this is I don't think we have anything to link up in the service pages. Okay, we only just have things to do on the home page, the About Us page, right? And I think that's all. Okay, and also on the slider revolution, but we are going to do that when we get to the slider revolution section. Okay, now haven't done these or haven't gotten these to the page, what we need to do, it's on the page. So we need to edit, click on edit page here, and when the page loads we can start our editing. Okay, and it's a no-brainer work. Okay, so it's quite okay. The back end here says this is the button that leads to drop us a line. Just select URL, click on select URL and choose Get in Touch, set link, and save changes. Actually, you might be asking me why do you have to do all this. It's not quite okay. It doesn't make your user experience to be okay. Your customers or your visitor that comes to the site might just bounce out of the site, which is bounce rate. It's not good when you have higher bounce rate. Okay, and also secondly, for SEO purposes, there are something called dead links. That means the links which doesn't point anywhere, but the button are there to ensure it points somewhere. And also for SEO purposes, okay, there's something called internal linking. That means that from your own page, the roadmap to other pages you have on your site is properly structured out by creating hyperlinks. That's the goal of this. So let's click on service box. First, I want everywhere to click on the service box. Let's have a preview by the side, okay, so that you understand what I'm trying to say properly. Normally, this is the box they're supposed to click before it can take them to anywhere. But I want in such a way that even if the person, because we can't compare our user experience in accessing websites, okay, the best thing we can do website that covers all user experience, or history. That means you create for low, average, medium, professional. Okay, so that if any of these levels come to your site, you can be able to access your site in any way. Okay, so what you need to do, click on this link here and choose I think the first service we have here, it's HR outsourcing. So be very careful not to link the things out. HR, good, set link. Okay, so click on save changes. Let's review. Okay, so when you hover on this alone without a button, it also leads you to the individual pages. Okay, now let's change for the button. So select URL, ensure you have HR outsourcing, set link. Okay, save changes. Okay, let's go to the second one. The second one is cleaning services. Choose the link. Cleaning services. Cleaning services. I think we have 2 pages. Okay, I think the first one is the best one. Save changes. Okay, the third one it's security services. Click on select URL. Security services. Set link. Save changes. The fourth one, but I'm not sure if you have changed the button. The button goes here. The button here points to cleaning services. Okay, let's check once more for the button. The button also points to cleaning services. I think we have. Let's check for this. Okay, we haven't done for this, so this goes straight to security services. Sets. So the fourth one, it's service box for logistics services. Okay, scroll down and search for logistics services page. Set links, save changes. Let's check the button. Button should link us to logistics services. Save changes. Service box first before the button. And this goes to personal errands. Actually, this doesn't have a page, but you can link that to logistics services. Okay. Set link to this button for this logistics services. Set link, save changes. Now the last one goes for branding services. Click select URL, branding services. Choose the button also branding services. Save changes. Then here, do we have any button here? Okay, we don't have here for this. We are still coming back to this. Okay, the last one we have here is drop us a line which should lead to contact us button. Oh, sorry, contact us page. Okay, sorry, get in touch. Okay, this is get in touch. Good, so save changes. Let's have a review before we publish to see if there's any error we need to do right here on this page. Good. So let's over. Okay, when you do this letter version, now this is okay. This, okay. This. Quite okay. This as well. Fine. So we can publish. Updates the page. I think the next page we need to do it's about us. Okay, now let's click about us here, and let's click on edit page. Okay, so once we are done with this page, we can remove it so that we can have fresh tabs. this, let's have a preview. Sorry, let's first preview this so that first you know where to add the changes. Now this is what we have here, which is now we have just this to link up to contact us page. Okay, so I think you should be found at the last section, which is a button here. Select URL, get in touch. Okay, set links, save pages, and let's preview if this looks fine or not. Okay, so this looks okay. So let's update. Okay, so now, so I haven't done this. Let's go to our home page. I guess there are some recommendations which I have for some things being displayed on mobile. Okay, so let's inspect element. Let's see if our mobile is quite okay as well. Okay, so let's close this and let's scroll. Now for this, first we need to know this is quite too close. Left hand side here, we need to give it some little padding. Also this is okay. Now the drop has a line and this is quite too close. That is the first thing we need to do. Okay, first thing we need to do, that's this. This is quite okay. This is also okay as well. This is also fantastic. This is okay. Good. This, but now being between the drop as a line and the map, okay, there should be a certain distinction. Okay, good. So since we know where we want to do our, okay, let's delete this. Okay, first let's open this in a new tab, edit this, and let's take it back to the mobile preview. Okay, so sorry, this is another way you can display. Okay, but let's stick to this. Okay, so the next thing we need to do right here is to scroll down to where we want to make the changes. It's in between this droppers line and yes, Charles. And mind you, for the mobile, for the PC version of this site is quite okay. But all what we just need to do, it's found in the first section. Okay, it's to add a gap here. But mind you, you are only to make changes on the mobile. Okay, let's add 50 pixels here. Save changes. So let's have a preview of how this is gonna look mobile. Actually, it might not show anything right here. So okay, you can see this. There's a certain distinction to this now. Okay, so this looks okay. Now let's scroll down to where we need more changes. Okay, let's now the last one we have here, droppers line. Okay, let's add a gap. Sorry, GP. Now do the same thing. Cut this, cuts, and come down to mobile and paste. Okay. Now save change. But remember to put this to the top of the button we have here. Oh, sorry, below the button. Okay, since we want to make a distinction between this and the map, so let's preview. Okay, this is okay. This is good. Good. Now you can see this is properly done. So let's click and update. So that means we are okay with the page on mobile and also on PC and tablet as well. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing right now is the slider revolution. Thank you. So what we want to do next is for us to do the revolution slider. As I've promised earlier that almost everything I use throughout this tutorial, I'm going to make a link. I'm going to provide a link. So all the links to download all these files I've used so far these folders which are sectioned into theme, plugin, other plugin, wireframe, sample data, everything. I'll make it available for you to download, and also all the themes, plugins, everything I make use at the time of this tutorial, and also provide you a link where you can download the updated plugin. That means that as the stuffs are being updated or upgraded, I'm going to be adding the link, or let me say I'm going to be changing the files so you can check, and also check for the date you can find there, okay, so that as the themes are being updated, upgraded, I can also be providing those files to you, like the JS Composer, which is the WP Bakery plugin, and also the Revolution slider for us to have the latest plugins to work with. Okay, so now without wasting much of our time, what we want to do next is for us to do this slider evolution. We want to add these 4 images to the existing one we have there before, and it's no brainer. Or what you just need to do is to go straight to click on slider revolution. It's going to launch its interface for you, and if you're just joining us, this slider revolution, it's used for carousels, it can be used for slider, it can be used for fixed grid or any of the styles you want to do. And also you can purchase the license for you to have more pre-built samples for this if you like, but for this I'm trying to build from scratch. So now when you scroll down from this, you can have a link to where you can edit our existing file which we're already working on. Okay, so with this logistics, okay, I think what I said earlier was that let's first correct this. On the mobile, this is quite too close to the left hand side there. Let's give it a little padding to the left. Okay, let's even leave it this way, just going to be okay. Let's move the button out a little bit, and let's click on save changes. Now let's see if our design works. Okay, this still looks much okay. Now, so what we want to do next is to add another slide. Mind you, what you need to do is to go here. The best thing you can do is to duplicate this. Okay, duplicates. Okay, and when you're done, over on this and go to the last thing. You can, this setting tool you see, click on setting. It's going to launch this for you, and click on media library to upload the files we have already. Revolution slider. Sorry. I'm too fast. Go here. This is the folder you have to double click and choose. So let's just upload everything we have. I think we've uploaded the cleaning before. Now let's upload the 3. And the one we need right now is for HR sourcing. The man with the thumbs up. Okay. This HR sourcing. Okay. So okay, now that this is done, what you need to do is HR sourcing. Okay, click on insert. Okay, well, let's go straight to our desktop. So as you can see, this so the first one is this, the second one is this. Okay, so actually I want to change this. So we can change this. Okay, and from the document we have here, we can fetch okay, let's fetch some text from the document we have here. Also I think we can add can make this more bold, or let me say more readable. Okay, say style, let's see. Let's go to let's go to advanced option, text shadow on. Now the background, increase this to 1 pixels, let's say 2. Okay, let's increase this to 1. Let's say this. Okay, now let's change this is okay. So the next thing you want to do here is to change the text we have here. This powerful sentence, but it's quite too long here. Let's make use of this first. Now, when you double click on the element which, or let me say the layers you have, because on images, the image is just only the background, okay? But the stuff you had on it, either a text, header text, paragraph text, or the button, they are all layers, okay? So when you double click on this, see where you can change the content for this. Now let's paste this here. Okay, so let's edit this out. Process, okay. Actually, something is not quite okay. I think if I'm looking for another sentence. Okay. Good. So let's add a break tag here. Let's paste. Okay. Maybe it doesn't want to use break tag. Yes, Charles offers every service get that before. Okay, let's move this to the top. Okay. Yes, Charles. This C should be in capital. Let's see if we can add something that can make this to be bold, more readable. Okay, let's say advanced option. Okay, click on this. Let's see text shadow. Good. This is more readable. Now let's click back on this, and you can see this is not. This is readable. Sorry. Let's see if the black will work here. Good. So, good. I like this. This is much better. But let's check the mobile version of this. Okay. Wow, this is not. Reduce the font for this. Click on style. Let's change it to 18 pixels. Good. This is okay. To me, this is perfect. The button is also okay. Oh, let's have a preview. Let's see. Some button for us to be able to click this to the next side. Okay, so let's go to content and to the background section. Okay, we've chosen cover. Let's say we want this side. Which of this side? Preview. Okay, we need to add some button to make this readable. Good. This is quite better. I love this. Good. So with this since we have let's check the font size. We used 18, and I want it to be uniform. Okay, so let's go to the first slide and let's change it to 18 as well. So this, let's see. desktop here. Oh, sorry, desktop. Okay, I think okay, this is okay like this. Mobile, it's also okay. Let's check the second slide. Second slide is also unique. Now, the next thing we need to do, let's duplicate this second slide so that we can add the other ones. Okay. Now, on the third new slide, just click on Settings. We have here and choose the image, which is let's say cleaning services. Okay. It's good. So we have to change this to cleaning services. Now this is quite too big, I guess. Okay, the words are quite too big. Let's change the font size. The font size, let's say 53. Good. I don't want it to look somehow different from each other. Okay, that's good. And then let's change it. Let's fetch some weather. Okay, like this. Double click on this and paste. Okay, let's make this capital letter. Move this down a little bit. Okay, so this let's check for desktop cleaning services. Okay, cleaning services. Okay, we haven't changed that. I guess we have changed that. Okay, let's click on save changes and see for desktop. Good, this is okay. Good, so let's duplicate the other ones. So click on the setting button and choose the image security services. Good, so just change this cleaning to security services. And let's fetch some okay, so let's double click on this and let's paste. Okay, but this is quite too long on the let's break this. Okay, now this is okay, but it's not quite readable. So as you all know, go to advanced option. Let's this text shadow. Let's choose black. Okay, let's actually use text stroke. Okay. Shadow for this. Okay, we can as well change the font for this. Let's change the font to blue since okay, this is quite too deep. Good, so this is okay. Good, so let's preview, or let's first go to mobile session. Let's see. Next thing we're going to do is let's duplicate for the last one. Duplicate. Okay, so we need to do it over on these and click on the setting button here. Choose the last one is branding services. let's go and check on the desktop version first. So we're going to change this back to white. Okay, so just double click on this and click branding services. Okay, and let's change which we have here. Provide this. Okay, this is quite okay. Paste it there. Okay, now let's break it right here. Okay, this is good. The next thing we need to do is to check on our mobile. Let's see how it's gonna look like. This is quite okay as well. And let's click on save changes. Good. So the next thing we are going to be doing right now is for us to now put the links we have for the. I want us to fix the button as we are doing this. Like this, it should point to the branded pages and all other respective pages as well. Now let's go straight to the first slide, which is logistic. So let's click on the pages, on both pages. Okay, so first let's remove the second. Let's trash this cleaning services, because I guess we have two on the home page. Okay, so now the first one should point to the logistic services. Now over on this and copy link location. Okay, now click on this button. Okay, action, choose action. Now simple link. Okay, now simple link. Yeah, good. Click. Good. Now you enter the link here, paste. Okay, now when you're done, close this, save. First one, the second one, you click here, you click on the button, you go to action, you choose simple link, and you paste the link right here. Okay, oh sorry, the second link is for HR at sourcing. You fetch copy link location, come down here and paste. Okay, when you're done, close, save. Okay, now go to the third slide. Okay, once you click on this, now click on the button, go to action, simple call as it is. Okay, close, save. Fourth one, click on the button, choose action. First, I guess we have the third link. We haven't copied the cleaning services link. Copy link location, come down here, sorry, edit the action. The action says this, delete and paste. Okay, good. Sorry, the first one, I think action, simple link, enter the language is security services, paste, close. Last but not the least, which is branding services. Let's copy the link from here, copy link location and paste. Action, simple link, enter link here, paste. Okay, now close and save. Okay, so once we've done this, the next thing we need to do Hi, so welcome back. Right now I want us to do some configurations, but first let's check the areas where we need to do some effect. What we are trying to do majorly right here is because looking at the forms we use here, none of all these forms will deliver. Okay, and the goal of this thing is to make sure everything that works on this website actually do the right thing, and all the functions are working, then we can also use that to correct this area, this particular place that displayed just now. You can use that to correct the area. Also, this is the third slide. Okay, I think it's way too long. Okay, I guess we should reduce it. Okay. Okay, let's reduce this and move this down a little bit. Now let's have a preview of how it's gonna look. That's the first slide. We can also check the mobile, which is okay. Now we can check the second, which is okay as well. Let's quickly check the mobile. It's quite okay as well. Now let's go back to the third one. You can say this is quite okay now, and we can check the mobile. You can see it's also okay. So now we can save. I think we have solved that issue. Okay. So the next thing which we need to do right now is this form, and I'm much more concerned about it. Okay. So click on contact forms. First, we should take it one after the other. The first form is parcel delivery, which is this. Okay. Now I'm going to be writing some HTML codes, which I would love to provide you with a detailed description of all what it does, but I'll just advise you, and for me not to take much of your time, now I'm going to replace this with a certain email that it exists. Kikamzo12@gmail.com. That's my own personal email. And also, first, before we can do all this, now I want us to quickly get to a certain place where we can create email addresses for this company. Okay, so let's quickly do that now. It's just 3 emails. Okay, so once you logged in into your cPanel, the next thing you need to do is to go straight to email account, create an email account, and okay, now what you need to do is to click on create. Now let's create on info, and let's create a random password. Okay. Great. Oh, sorry. Okay. All what you need to do is to change the website you want to create the website for, because I have so many websites here. Okay, so let's say yes, Charles ng.online. Then this. Okay. And create account. Okay. 1. Now the next thing which you need to do is to create another one. Admin. Great. Okay, so once those 2 email addresses are created, now what we need to do is to go back to form. Okay, now let's refresh this page. Let's refresh this particular page, and now let's continue our configuration. Now all these values, we want all the values inputted in this forms to be submitted. That means we are collecting values. Okay, and for it to be delivered properly, we need to write some HTML configuration. Now and also in this column, if you want this to be delivered to more than one addresses, you can do that as well. Now let's say we are sending this to info@yescharles.ng.online, and you want to send to, let's say, my other email address. Okay, yes, Charles. Okay, now this is coming from, let's say, info. Let's say this comes from admin. Okay, let's leave this as admin. Okay, so now what we need to do right here is this. I'll advise you to leave these additional headers here, okay? But we want to write something unique, okay, over here. Now, what you need to do right now is okay. I want something like an header and some body, okay. Now, so H2, but before you go on, use HTML content type, okay. So H2, what you need to do once you use H2, open tag H2. Now you can write your code. Parcel delivery information, okay. Now once you've done this, now what we want to do right here is to write let's say H4 details, okay. We want it in such a way that when we receive the email, it will be very glaring and much more, okay. Now first thing, now for you to input the values, these are the values which you actually need, and they are arranged one after the other, just as the way you use them in the form over here. The first one is the name. Now what you need to do, we want the first name, but this we want strong, okay. First name, okay. Close tag strong, but in the front of this, put this, okay. And after this, what you need to do is to copy the value here. Now that means that this shows that any value inserted in this input form denoted with the text -268 is gonna, that means it's gonna deliver the value. It's just like you are declaring it's just like you created a port for variables to be entered. So any variable inserted, provided it conforms to the form structure and validation of the input box you are trying to put the stuffs in, it's gonna work. So the next thing, let's do the same thing, strong. Let's check what the second field is. It's called last name. Sorry, last name, okay. And this is strong. Now the second value is 269, okay. Copy, paste here, okay. Now the next thing we want to do is the email, okay. Actually we have let's use this strong, okay. Strong email ID, close tag strong, sorry, using I caps, strong, okay. Now the next one after this, it's phone number, I guess, here, strong, phone number, close tag strong. Now let's copy the tag used for telephone number, okay. Now open tag strong. The next one should be what's that? Pickup pickup address. Yeah, that will be pickup address, okay. Pickup address, that is after this pickup address, okay. Now close the tag strong and ensure to copy the tag correctly. Sorry, I get tell it's okay. Sorry, we have to copy text 270. I'm sorry. Okay, now open tag strong, pickup address, destination address, now close the tag strong, and after 273 we have text 271, okay. Now the next one after this is what else? Destination, state or city, destination, state or city. Close this tag strong, 272, okay. Yep. Now open another one, strong. The next thing we have here, it's type of package, test 273. 273. Okay, now once you're done with this, you can delete this. Okay, we can also delete this. Okay, now strong. Last special instruction. Oh, sorry. Special instruction. Okay. I'll copy the last one. Okay. Good. So once you have these, we are good to go. First, let's save and let's check if we have not encountered any problem whatsoever. Okay, so this is nice, quite okay. So everything is used in the form. You can see that's why all these are not in bold. Okay, this is when you have errors. That means you have not used a value out of all the values provided for you here. Okay, all the mail tags used here. That means you have an error. So with this, now let's give it a trial. Now let's refresh this page, and before we do that, let's try to open up this email, which is I think the form sent to where? Form sent to info@yescharlesng.online. But for the sake of doubt, I'd like to open my Gmail. Okay. Okay, now my Gmail is opened, as you can see. And now, as at the time I opened, the last email was 4:29. Okay, so which 4:29 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to send an email from the website. Let's refresh this page. Okay, so once refreshed, we're going to input the values once more. So you can see we're coming from the top down to the bottom. Now, what we need to do, first name, let's say Justice Akbar. Email address, let's say jjj2@gmail.com. Telephone number, let's say this. I'm only putting random figures there. Okay, pick up address, Justice Lane, Malina Street, Kwara. Destination address, Lagos State. Destination state, let's say Ikoyi. Type of package, let's say 2 laptops. Let's say laptops, phones, and chargers. Patient person, thanks. I would love to get it sent ASAP. Now click on send. Good, you can see. Thank you for your message. It has been sent. Now the next thing we should receive in our inbox right now. Let me refresh. Without refresh, you can see we got it from Yes Charles, and you can click immediately, even without refresh. It came in 4:49. You can see the time stamp. Now good. Now as you can see, this is the value that was that was sent from our box, which is quite okay, which is very good. Now all the details the user entered was properly gotten, but the only problem we have right here is the subject heading. Okay, so let's go back to our contact form and do more. Okay, now this is where the issue comes from. Subject. Okay, now what we can do is to edit this parcel delivery from now to make this form more unique. You can replace this with let's say the phone number, the person's name, the last name, as the case may be. Now the first name, good, copy or replace. Okay, you can say from first name. Okay, so this is going to be up for here, and you can reply back to the person's email. Okay, so let's assume this email exists. As you can see, when you see reply to, you can see the email we used right here. So that's how it works. Okay, so let's save changes and let's refresh our forms again. Okay, so okay, once this is done, the next thing we can do So let's refresh our page once more, or let's click on the home page for it to reload from the beginning. Okay, so now let's go back to our form. As you can see, it's a fresh form again. Let's say Ola Basi, email address olabasi at gmail.com, and the phone number is 08067589867. The pickup address it's Janke Lane, Loring. Destination address Lagos State, Ikoyi, World. Type of package: laptops, chargers, and phones. Okay. Next one is thanks. I would want you to charge me extra. Please don't charge me extra. Okay, it's sent. So this message is sent. Okay. Now let's scroll back, and you can see now this is very fantastic. You can see Gmail mentioned this as a new email. Okay, so this is coming from Yes Charles, which is a very nice name. As you can see, when over on, you can see the email came from admin at yescharles.ng.online. So this looks legit, and it doesn't show any suspicious or something. So now you can see all the details we have in it. It's quite okay. I get what I'm saying. So with this, we have now I would love to do for all the forms we have on this website, like the services page, or like these all this. I would love to do that, but you can use the idea of what I've used over here. And the reason why I don't want to go through all the old forms is that I want to reduce time. Okay, time is of greater essence.